Hey there. Oh, hi. Is everything okay? You look upset. Well, I am upset. I just don't get it.
Get what?
I just don't understand the whole Black Lives Matter campaign.
What don't you understand?
Well, I just think it's sending the wrong message.
What do you mean?
I think that all lives matter.
Oh, you think that the Black Lives Matter campaign implies that only Black Lives Matter? If anything, it means Black Lives Matter also. Currently, our lives are not valued. Let me try and explain. Nate, our society does not view all groups of people as equal. Even today, about 150 years after slavery, people of color do not have equality as whites do in America. If all lives really mattered, there would not be a need for the Black Lives Matter movement.
Well, I care about all people.
Yes, you may. But American society has something called structural racism built into it. It permeates every social system we have in the United States.
What do you mean by structural racism?
Well, institutionalized racism is not just one person being hateful to another because of the color of their skin. I mean, but it's also on a systematic level, a larger scale.
I am not quite following. Can you give me some examples?
Sure. Did you know that children of color are called on by teachers less often than white children in the classroom in the United States? Institutional racism is rampant in our court system, where black children are 18 times more likely to be tried as adults than white peers with similar violations. Did you know that black children make up 18% of America's preschool population, but represent nearly half of all out-of-school suspensions?
Are you kidding me? How come I didn't know about all this? This sounds really racist.
Many whites in America think racism no longer exists. Since 75% of white people in America do not have a single close friend who isn't white, how would they even know if racism were over?
I think I see what you're saying, but I'm not sure. Can you explain so I understand better?
Absolutely. The American justice system is riddled with racism and bigotry. Black people are given 20% longer sentences than white people for the same crimes. Institutionalized racism is everywhere in America. The idea of justice for all are just empty words for people of color. By taking a look at statistics across the country, it all becomes crystal clear that we have a huge problem with equality in the United States. People of color are given the death penalty more often than whites for comparable crimes. And these are just a small sampling of the systematic racism we have in America. Police forces across the United States have a culture of racism. And it's not just doing harm and destroying lives. It's actually killing people. It's killing our own citizens. Today in America, black teenagers are 21 times more likely to be killed by a police officer than whites. So you see, if you are white, your life already matters. You do not need a slogan or a campaign to unite and rally people to the cause of racism and inequality. In fact, you can live in a world unaffected by racism and remain completely ignorant of the status of power you hold. Your life has always mattered. I could go on and on with the facts. Did you know, a black man is 3 times more likely to be searched at a traffic stop and 6 times more likely to go to jail than a white person for similar violations? In fact, you can live in a world unaffected by racism and remain completely ignorant of the status of power you hold.
Gee Scott, it sure sounds like you're blaming me for societal oppression. What did I ever do to you?
Oh, it's not your fault personally. Nate, this is just the facts of how our society came to be, and it's not just the United States either. You did not decide to make this happen. But you can educate yourself to become an ally to the cause. You can be a part of the solution.
Wow, Scott. I never realized all this. I guess it's because I am white, and I just never had to realize it.
Yes, Nate, I think you're starting to understand. You can't change the past, but you can help make life better for people of color today, by learning and becoming an ally to the cause of equality. You know, Nate, if you are really interested in learning more about racism, bigotry, and inequality in America, and how you can stand up to it, you should visit my friend Kim's Facebook page. Her page brings people from the US and the world together. The members are a heterogeneous group and include people from almost every minority group there is. You can learn firsthand from members who are Quaker, Muslims, Christians, Catholics, atheist, Jewish, African Americans, white, disabled, people from the LGBT community, and so many more. We all have one thing in common. We want to make the world a better place for everyone. The group is unique. You talk to real people with no biased media to spin the truth. It's great for dispelling stereotypes, misinformation, and learning about what others go through in society. Unlike many places on the internet, people are respectful and are there to learn. We even take action on social issues. The group gets people from diverse backgrounds talking. It's a great place to start. Becoming friends with people who are different than you is a great way to fight racism.
Wow. I've learned so much just talking to you today. I can't wait to learn more. Thanks, Scott. You've really helped to open my eyes to the inequality. I'm definitely going to check it out. To check out the page, all you do is log into Facebook and look up the page called End Racism, Bigotry, and Inequality in Our Lifetime. You can read a little about it and see if you would like to join as a member.